Hello, you've caught me feeling a bit ill, I'm afraid. I've got this bug that's going around all the video game sites and YouTube channels at the moment. It happens every December, and it's called Reviewing the Year.
January was the first month out the blocks in 2014 and was uncharacteristically generous with its PlayStation offerings, ensuring we didn't suffer too much of a shock as we stumbled out of our fat Christmas blankets into what's traditionally a month of cold, miserable nothingness. Instead, we were asked to battle cold, miserable nothingness in PS4's first PlayStation Plus title of the year, Don't Starve. It was so good, we even tried our hand at a Let's Play series for the first time and discovered that farming, starving and killing rabbits was almost as much fun as deliberately ignoring Dave.
They're not doing no stop, they're only doing your health.
I'm eating all of the
They're only doing your health.
Yeah, but maybe my health is like, I don't know.
It's not.
Now, David, when someone gives you access to a library of classic PlayStation games you can stream over the internet on a range of devices, what do you say?
Now! Correct. In January, PlayStation Now was announced, the streaming service that lets you do all the things I just said to Dave in that clever bit of scripting just then. What it basically means is that when PlayStation Now releases, you'll be able to play games like The Last of Us and Beyond Two Souls on a selection of Wi-Fi enabled devices like tablets or smart TVs. You lucky things.
Meanwhile, PS Vita warmed our fingers with arty 2D skater Ollie Ollie, which then gave our fingers cramp and made us want to chew them off.
It was one of those games you just couldn't stop playing, and where everything else became a wretched inconvenience.
You've only broken one of your legs. You can drive yourself to hospital.
Then, squeezing in at the tail end of the month with a new next-gen coat and an extra shiny ponytail was Tomb Raider Definitive Edition on PS4, and it was still good.
February started with the sad and shocking news that developer Irrational Games, the studio behind the BioShock series, had closed down. Let's observe a 3-second silence for a brilliant and talented team.
I pressed grind!
In a beautiful and stealthy display of irony, February saw the PS4 release of Thief, a gorgeous reboot of a series Irrational founder Ken Levine had helped develop back in the 90s. Meanwhile, there was more PlayStation Plus fun as everyone got to try Outlast on PS4 before realising it was utterly horrifying and running away to YouTube to watch other people suffer it instead.
Dave heroically finished the game and vowed never to return again. We forced him to play the Whistleblower DLC anyway.
February was also the month where PS3 said, "Oi, I'm still here, you next-gen numpties," and served up flashy sequels Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 and Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13, proving that yes, lightning can strike twice, 3 times, 4 times, and still find time to fancily ride a chocobo, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times.
March! The clocks go forward in March and sometimes it's Easter. Also, this happened.
It was the 10th video game BAFTAs hosted by Dara O'Brien in London, and it would have been a closely run thing except The Last of Us showed up and went, "Nom nom nom, I'll have those," taking home 5 awards including Best Game. Deservedly. Also deservedly, Tearaway won Best Artistic Achievement.
Also in March, Project Morpheus was announced with this picture. Just this picture, which is why our video about it featured mostly Nathan's face. Sorry about that.
Facts we knew about Morpheus back then. It was VR gaming on PS4. The headset looked cool, and Morpheus wasn't going to be its real name. What we know now, mostly just those things, with the added confirmation that it's brilliant because we've had a go on one. Some games happened in March too, just Towerfall Ascension and Dead Nation Apocalypse making PS4's indie scene even cooler, just infamous Second Son and Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes walloping you in the stomach with a massive AAA fist, just Dark Souls 2 and South Park The Stick of Truth proving that PS3 still has what it takes to mix with the big boys.
Just Final Fantasy X HD on PS3 and PS Vita. Give me strength.
April popped into the 2014 party for a brief visit and brought along some nice cakes it had baked. Cakes that are actually games. Games called Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn on PS4, which was huge and pretty and a brilliant MMORPG. Trials Fusion, the pinnacle of the damn it just one more go 'em up genre. Octodad Dadliest Catch, which documented the hilarious perils one faces when one is an octopus and pretending not to be. And finally Child of Light, a beautiful fairy tale RPG RPG from Ubisoft that you probably didn't play, but definitely still should. Yum yum yum. Thanks for the games, April. Bye.
May was a strange month. It wasn't hot enough for just t-shirts, but it was definitely too hot for a big woolly jumper, which meant you had to go around wearing those rubbish long-sleeved t-shirt jumpers that pretend they've got another shirt underneath, but really it's just one thing.
Thank God the games were cooler than t-shirt jumpers, otherwise that little intro would have been pointless. Wolfenstein The New Order arrived and surprised everyone by not being an average Nazi-killing corridor shooter and being an excellent Nazi-killing corridor shooter instead. Transistor was every inch the smug alternative hipster of RPGs I feared it would be, but then I couldn't help falling in love with it anyway because the fighting was cool and you could hum the soundtrack if you wanted.
Then, arriving fashionably late and with its side quests hanging out, came Watch Dogs on PS4 and PS3, a game that single-handedly said to 2014, right, let's stop dicking about, it's just got real.
Real with a capital, oh my god, look how big and cool Chicago is. Check out all my hacking. Look at how you can hit a man with a metal stick.
Ooh, hold on tight, 2014, we have liftoff.
And look where we've landed, Los Angeles for the 20th annual Electronic Entertainment Expo, or E3 if you're not looking to fill a word count quota. We were there running around like heroes, filming interviews and doing daily roundups on our lovely hotel roof, until security caught us and we were forced to do the last one in the loudest room in the universe. Look at Dave's legs, they're so smooth.
Some games were announced too, much to the excited whooping of the crowd. Games like Bloodborne and Little Big Planet 3.
And then everyone was stunned into silence by the reveal of PS4 Nathan Drake in the brand new trailer for Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
All right, kid. Let's go do it. One last time.
In other E3 news, we got our first taste of Project Morpheus, which elicited dumb exclamations like,
Oh man.
and
I literally cannot see anything outside of this cage here.
while a real-sized great white shark ripped apart the virtual cage I was cowering in.
Outside the raucous din of E3, paranormal whodunit murdered soul suspect and tear-jerking historical adventure Valiant Hearts were both released on PS4, and Dave went into his yearly hibernation in preparation for the obligatory summer drought.
Dave! July's not rubbish! It started with indie platformer Rogue Legacy being moorishly brilliant and carried on by letting us shoot mean men in the testicles with Sniper Elite 3. July's headline release was The Last of Us Remastered, however, which saw Naughty Dog's post-apocalyptic masterpiece looking better than ever. Its arrival on PS4 meant a new generation of players got a chance to play The Last of Us if they'd missed it on PS3, plus the just as excellent Left Behind DLC was also included, expanding Ellie's backstory and making us love her just that little bit more.
In August, we were back on the plane, but this time to Cologne in Germany for Gamescom, which was memorable for many reasons, but mainly because I found this hat.
There were exciting game reveals too, like beautiful Sandbox the Tomorrow Children from Q Games, the team behind the Pixel Junk series. Plus, we finally got a decent look at resurgent PS4 exclusive horror Until Dawn, discovered that PES was back to its best, and woke up the day after the PlayStation conference to find out the internet had busted the PT demo wide open, and that it was actually a new Silent Hill game from Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro.
I found out through the medium of texting. You can tell how excited Nathan is by the caps, and also you can tell how excited I was by the fact my reply is blurred out.
Then we got home and the excitement turned to cold terror after actually playing PT and receiving a face full of vengeful lady ghost. Thankfully we could kick back and relax with the very lovely Ho-Hokum, although I couldn't stay away from the bloody delights of Surgeon Simulator, sorry man with eyes that are coming out, or the isometric grinding majesty of Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition. Summer drought? What summer drought?
Lots of things happened in September. The Eurogamer Expo was held at London's Earl's Court for the final time. Naughty Dog celebrated its 30th birthday. And a new trailer for Final Fantasy 15 came out with a car and some big monsters.
It looks amazing, we all said, and then why is there a car? Before being distracted by all the brilliant games that arrived. Games like speedy sci-fi shmup Velocity 2X, faceless creeping horror Slender the Arrival, world-swallowing football sim FIFA 15, and one of the year's big surprises, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor.
Out of nowhere, Shadow of Mordor arrived and was absolutely brilliant, despite the fact it effectively took Tolkien lore and went
Blowing a fat, wet raspberry all over the Silmarillion apparently means you've got a kick-ass game about killing orcs using the coolest combat system this side of Batman, with some equally brilliant traversal and a beautifully detailed open world to explore. Well done for being better than we thought you were going to be. The main event in September, however, was a game that's since changed the way we plan our weekly schedules forever. Destiny came out, complete with a new Glacier White PS4 bundle, and sucked our social lives into a swirling black hole of strikes, raids, and Ascendant shards. Office conversation took on a perfunctory tone.
Rob, we've been invited to the world exclusive reveal of the 5. Do you reckon we should go?
Can we play Destiny there?
No.
Then no.
And the clocks changed from British summertime to Destiny time. They're not turning back.
October, traditionally a month of darkness, wetness, and giving strangers sweets in exchange for not having your property vandalised, coughed up 2 appropriately terrifying horror games from its slimy fright guts.
There was The Evil Within from genre master Shinji Mikami, a Resi 4 style survival horror that everyone agreed was the Resi sequel we've all been waiting for, i.e. more of the same but a bit prettier, if indeed you can call dripping brown nastiness pretty, and also Alien Isolation, one of the hardest, tensest, most terrifying games we've ever played.
The bit where it uncoils from the air vent and rubs its tail against your leg.
Good job Lords of the Fallen came out then and gave us something to smack with a sword really hard, while all thinking this is a bit like Dark Souls. And also Drive Club with its very pretty cars and lovely meandering circuits through beautifully rendered global countryside. Race the Sun and Dust and Elysian Tale provided the month's awesome indie offerings. Both were excellent and gorgeous before October put its Jim Jams on and tucked itself away for another year.
We all know what comes after October, don't we? Shh! It's coming. Oh no. Oh no, it's...
It is I, November, with my evil cape and my big bushy beard full of blockbuster gaming delights. Take a game from the beard. I've got the lot.
First out November's AAA man bush was Assassin's Creed Unity on PS4, a sprawling open world set in 18th century revolutionary Paris and introducing new parkour elements and 4-player co-op, and Assassin's Creed Rogue on PS3, a naval-based prequel that sits between Black Flag and Assassin's Creed 3, yes, keep up, and sees you playing as assassin turned Templar Shay Patrick Cormac.
2 Assassin's games in a month, November. What did you do to Ubisoft?
I said to them, work harder, you scurvy dogs, and give me Far Cry 4 as well.
There is no way they're going to release 2 Assassin's Creed games and Far Cry 4 in 1 month.
I am November. November demands.
November got its way and popped out huge open-world adventure Far Cry 4 as well, with new co-op, new animals, a gyrocopter, and all the amazingness of Far Cry 3, just bigger and better. And it didn't stop there. Also out in November were Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, PES 2015, Little Big Planet 3, Dragon Age Inquisition, Tales from the Borderlands, and Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS4.
You're welcome, friends. Gather around and feast on my...
Yeah, it's December now, isn't it, you big show-off, and I've got the crew, so there.
December also had the very exciting PlayStation experience in Las Vegas, where we saw brand new gameplay footage from Uncharted 4: A Thief's End and marvelled at the beautiful shooty openness of Nathan Drake's latest.
And it was PlayStation's 20th birthday, so we went all 90s and made this. 1994!
Congratulations if you managed to grab yourself a super rare 20th anniversary edition PS4, and thanks for watching Access in 2014. We hope you've enjoyed yourself. Tune in for more fun stuff over the festive period, and don't forget to subscribe for more Friday features coming very soon. Happy Christmas, everyone.